He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They start on the ground here at Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank. It doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now it's Fields. And that's complete to Sanders.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. This is taken at the 18. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Algier going straight ahead. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here we go. Push D-Red. Push D-Red.
Algier will try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Back to throw, Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. 66 yards on the ground for him so far.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a give. It's Jackson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Algier now up the middle. And some room to roam now. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 54 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On the give here. And it's a fumble. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on second down. Fields. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Fields on first down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Right back to Sanders on first down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Left side here to Sanders. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Six yards left on second down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, it's Fields. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point attempt to come here. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers at that situation, they really become magnified.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And his kick is indeed good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out there for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to work. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll go with the option. Coming right. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Here's Fields. Smith catches left side. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Slot man moves right. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. First down, and they'll start with Algier. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake. Newberry. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent gain, 35 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
140 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Newberry. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Fields. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Tanner Muse in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So that, a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Greedy Williams on the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fields now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Devin White coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. To throw is Fields. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
157 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a handoff to Algier. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 32 yards. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Koo now for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as it Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard, return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a first down throw. Fields on target to his man, Likely. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the 50, here's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
On first down, Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Give to Algier from the shotgun.
This will be stopped about 2 yards.
Down, puts them back on their heels.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Jackson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
The touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back. And now here is another interception.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Looking to throw on second down. Newberry eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run for it with Algier. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be fourth down now.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Cooley knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing again is Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Troy Anderson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on 1st down, Fields. And over the middle, this is Parker. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. A play fake, now Fields to throw. This is Smith with the ground. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Fields rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And one last throw here for Fields. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side.